Good morning, wrestling fans. Today is Thursday, February 9th, 2023. Lance Brack here. Thank you for tuning in today, right here on Spreaker, or wherever you are listening at. It's a rainy Thursday morning, and it is a work Thursday today, not off Thursday. First, I just want to start off by saying, unfortunately, did not do an episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic last night, but instead of talking about Dynamite here on GMWF, I am going to save that recap for the next episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic. Hopefully soon, that episode will happen. But this morning, I just want to talk about a couple of things in the news that I haven't had a chance to talk about on any of the podcasts just yet. And one of those things, unfortunately, is Jerry the King Lawler suffered a stroke on Monday, I believe. It came out in the news Tuesday. But the good news is that he is expected to make a full recovery as of right now. I saw yesterday the pictures that came out of legendary manager Jimmy Hart visiting him in the hospital. And those two go back quite a bit to the Memphis days, and hopefully he will continue to get better. So just want to send out a speedy recovery to the legendary Jerry the King Lawler. And also some other news that came out this past Tuesday. It was announced that this year's SummerSlam, August 5th, is going to be right here in Detroit, Michigan, at Ford Field. Tickets go on sale April 11th, and I would definitely love to have a chance to go, but unfortunately I am not the richest person in the world, so don't know as of right now just yet. But hopefully, you never know, maybe that could happen. This will be the first time SummerSlam has been here in Michigan since Lex Luger and Yokozuna was the main event when it was at the Palace. And it will be the second time that WWE has been at Ford Field since WrestleMania 23, which had a good main event of John Cena and Shawn Michaels for the WWE Championship. But what kind of stole the show and got the most attention that year was the Battle of the Billionaires, the whole thing with Vince McMahon and Donald Trump, which the match featured two talented guys, Bobby Lashley and Umaga, but the main thing going into that match, kind of overshadowing it, was the whole feud with McMahon and Trump, and the end result, Vince McMahon getting his head shaved. And Stone Cold was the special referee too, of course. So SummerSlam, August 5th here in Detroit, Ford Field. I know it's still a long ways away, and definitely creative could change up quite a bit by then. Who knows if Roman Reigns will still be continuing this historic reign as the undisputed Universal Champion, or if we will have a different champion by then. But I'm sure as of late they've been trying to make SummerSlam not quite as big as a WrestleMania, but definitely making it the strong number 2 show of the year, just right behind the WrestleMania and maybe even with the Rumble. So that will definitely be interesting to see. And I was thinking though, I have thought about if WWE would ever bring SummerSlam back here, since it is summertime, August, and lately they've been having the outdoor stadium shows. If could have it here at Comerica Park would be actually a pretty fun idea. But then I thought maybe the reason they didn't do that is might not have been able to work out with the Tigers schedule, because there's a baseball season going on then, so it might not have been able to work out. But that would have been pretty fun. Have SummerSlam here at Comerica Park, have an outdoor show, especially if the weather is good for that day. So not a whole lot of news to talk about here. Oh wait, there is one thing I haven't mentioned yet. Yesterday it was announced that Impact Wrestling and New Japan Pro Wrestling will be working together to do a joint show. I don't have the name with me right now. It's Multiverse something. I don't remember exactly what the rest of it is, but it's Multiverse something, I know. And it's going to be taking place WrestleMania weekend at the Globe Theater in Los Angeles, where PWG has been running as of late, I believe. I want to say it is March 30th, but I could be wrong though. So that should be an interesting show right there. Impact and New Japan working together on a show WrestleMania weekend. And we already have Super Card of Honor announced, and all the GCW shows with the Collective, with Kota Ibushi making appearances. And I understand that Speedball Mike Bailey will be having a busy WrestleMania weekend. Having some, I want to say one of the matches he's going to be in is actually going to be him going up against Kota Ibushi on the Collective, one of the shows. So that's all for this episode of Good Morning Wrestling fans. Once again, I just want to apologize for not having an episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic last night. like I said, hope to do another one very soon. We'll recap last night's AEW Dynamite, which was a very good show. That's why I just don't want to do a quick, short recap this morning of it. Kind of focus on it more, give it more time. But I will be back right here tomorrow morning for another episode of GMWF. And in case you missed it, just a quick reminder. The other night I did a new episode of Fanatic Unleashed, looking back at WCW Super Brawl 2. In case you haven't heard that yet, maybe you can please go check it out. It's available now, and I hope to have more episodes of Fanatic Unleashed up soon. If you have a suggestion of a certain wrestler you want me to talk about, or a past show, or any pro wrestling topic you want me to talk about on the show, you can leave it here in the comments on Spreaker, or if the website or app you're listening to on has a comment section, or you can just email 360wrestlingpodcasts@gmail.com. That's usually in the description of the podcast, so you can email, let me know what you want me to talk about. And I'm going to go on this rainy day, unfortunately. And remember, stay tuned. 360 Wrestling Fanatic will return. But until then, keep watching pro wrestling. Have a great Thursday.